I've controlled all my cravings to be thinner with Lizzo.
Oh, it's Lizzo.
Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Katie, and for those of you who don't know me, I used to weigh 360 pounds, and I've lost 180 pounds and kept it off for years now. And on this channel, we will discuss weight loss, weight maintenance, nonsense I see online about body positivity and fat acceptance, my experiences with all of that, and, well, anything else I feel like talking about. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and let's get into today's video. Well, first off, before we get into today's topic, I just want to thank each and every single one of you, all of my subscribers. I can't believe I'm almost at 500 subscribers. Hi, Editing Katie here. I filmed that yesterday and was not expecting to pick up as many subscribers as I just did. So, thank you. Oh my goodness, I just crossed over the 500 subscriber mark and I am blown away. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm so excited to see where this may lead. Time to hit 1,000 subscribers next. Okay, so back to the video. So today I'd like to talk about the new South Park special that just aired over the weekend, as well as Lizzo's reaction to it, and a bonus clip from our friend to the channel, FatFabFeminist. So that being said, if you have not watched South Park: The End of Obesity and you do wish to, there will be spoilers ahead. So go ahead, pause this video, add to your watch later playlist, and then come on back after you've watched it. And for those of you who have watched it, or you don't really care if you've seen it, and now those who did go ahead and just watch it, let's go ahead and proceed. So full disclosure, I am a South Park fan. It's been on since I was in high school, and even though I don't really watch it all that much anymore, I'll definitely go back and rewatch episodes, especially the first 5, 6, 7 seasons especially. It's kind of like The Simpsons. I'll go back and rewatch all the episodes that I absolutely love, even if I haven't necessarily kept up on it. But I must admit, this episode definitely got my curiosity going. And it definitely didn't disappoint, at least for me. It reminded me very much of those old school South Park episodes where the boys kind of all get together to solve a problem. There's a musical number in the middle, this time by Butters. And in the end, there's some sort of lesson that everyone's supposed to learn. But of course, Cartman gets lost in translation. So it very much felt like an old school South Park episode to me, which I definitely appreciated. The episode opens up with Cartman going to the doctor and his doctor talking to him about his health. And of course, his weight and the complications that are coming along with it are brought up. And his doctor begins to tell him all about Ozempic and then lets him know that his insurance won't cover it. And then from there, the episode delves into trying to go through the healthcare system in America.
Let's navigate the American healthcare system.
Just fill out these forms.
They did a really good job of roasting the people that are just taking these drugs for vanity reasons and not necessarily for medical reasons.
So my doctor says, I don't think you really need these drugs, Mrs. Stotch. They're more for people with morbid obesity. He was like, I have to be in a bikini on Wednesday. You can morbid obesity my ass.
They got into compounding pharmacies and how people are trying to do whatever they can to get healthcare in our messed up system.
I was watching a bunch of videos online. They show how you can order raw semaglutide from a factory in India and mix your own injections for next to nothing. Who needs hospitals and insurance when we have TikTok and YouTube?
They talk about the sugar industry and one of my absolute favorite parts of the entire episode.
All of us in the sugar business have a big problem. Tony Le Tigre, Sugar Bear.
Tony Le Tigre gets me every time. And they also talk about body positivity and Lizzo, all set through the backdrop of South Park, which means it's trying to hold up a mirror to our current situation and our society, but through the lens of a bunch of grade school boys who cuss. So I guess we all take it with a grain of salt, right? Well, as I mentioned, they did bring up Lizzo. And well, Lizzo found out she was on South Park, so I figure we'll watch her reaction and I'll give you my reaction along the way.
Guys, my worst fear has been actualized. I've been referenced in a South Park episode.
Really? Worst fear? I thought as a celebrity, if they made it onto Saturday Night Live or South Park, that was kind of like a sign that they made it. So, really? Worst fear? Oh, okay.
I'm so scared. I'm gonna blind duet to it right now.
So, full disclosure, I have already watched this TikTok when I recorded it, but I don't believe she's watching this blind. Or if she is, I don't believe she watched the entire special. And I'll let you know why at the end.
Here we go.
I'm telling you, Sheila, these new drugs are pretty amazing. I was feeling so ashamed of myself, watching Randy go out and exercise all the time and not eating as much. But I just don't have the same kind of willpower he has.
Okay, so for context, if you haven't seen it, her husband Randy has started taking Ozempic and she doesn't know that he's taking Ozempic. He's lying to her about it and just telling her that he's going hiking or doing Pilates or something. So now she's starting to feel badly about herself. Just for a little context.
Which of the drugs are you on, Sharon? Ozempic, Mounjaro?
Oh no, I talked to my doctor. He said insurance would only pay for those if I had diabetes.
But if you can't afford them, then how are you managing your weight?
Don't you know, Sheila? Now there's a whole new obesity drug for those of us who can't afford Ozempic and Mounjaro. I've controlled all my cravings to be thinner with Lizzo.
It's Lizzo.
FDA-approved Lizzo makes you feel good.
Wow, that's a perfect segue into a pharmaceutical commercial. 10 out of 10, that was perfect.
Good about your weight, and it costs 90% less than Ozempic.
I've lowered my standards and my expectations.
It's Lizzo.
In case studies, 70% of patients on Lizzo no longer cared how much they weighed.
Okay, I gotta admit, it feels like they're hitting the nail right on the head with this commercial. So let's see what she has to say about this.
Don't give two shits.
It's Lizzo.
Lizzo helps you eat everything you want and keep physical activity to a minimum. Some patients report constipation while listening to Lizzo. Stop listening to Lizzo if you experience suicidal thoughts. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis, hypothermia,
the fucking
and
album!
out your ears. Are you living with...
Okay, so it's not lost on me that that's the only reaction she had so far was to seeing her album on screen. And she happened to just talk right over the side effects. The out your ears, she talked right over that one. So I'm not sure if that one was purposeful or if she really was just that jazzed at seeing her own album. But...
concerns of obesity?
Ask about the power of not giving a fuck with Lizzo.
Period. That's crazy. I just feel like, damn, I'm really that bitch. I'm really that bitch. I really showed the world how to love yourself and not give a fuck to the point where these men in Colorado know who the fuck I am and put it on their cartoon that's been around for 25 years.
Wait, does she think like Colorado is some remote area that is completely cut off from the outside world? I mean, I know it's not New York or LA or even Chicago, but an entire state, she didn't think that two men in the entire state of Colorado would know who she is. And two men in the entertainment industry who have made a career out of lampooning celebrities. She's shocked that they know who she is? Really? I feel like she might be trying to deflect. Really?
I'm really that bitch and I'll show y'all how to not give a fuck and I'm gonna keep on showing you how to not give a fuck. Oh, Lizzo, bitch.
But see, does she really not give a? Because she's been losing weight and she's been talking about that. And she's constantly showing off her new outfits all over social media so people can see that she is losing weight. So is that how she really feels, or is that what she's telling people as a way to deflect from how she really feels? Makes you wonder. So that being said, I'm not really sure if she did react to that blindly or not, but if so, then that indicates to me she did not watch the remainder of the episode, because that clip that she just reacted to appeared about halfway through the episode. So I was able to find some of the other clips where Lizzo was mentioned, and I figured we could watch those together, and I'll go ahead and give you my reaction. And we'll see if maybe there's a reason she didn't want to react to these particular clips. So this first clip is from the beginning of the episode, even before the intro. So this is where I don't believe Lizzo actually watched the full episode, because she would have also probably wanted to react to this. So just for the setup, Cartman is in his doctor's office and his doctor has just explained about Ozempic. So let's take a look.
Doctor, is it really true I could not be fat?
It's really true, young man.
How much do these new drugs cost?
Well, they aren't cheap. It's about $1,200 a month.
Oh, I don't know if we can afford that.
Oh, all right. Well, never mind, Eric. Have a good day.
That is a pretty accurate description of going to the doctor in this country, at least.
Never mind. You can't just tell me there's a new miracle drug that'll make me not fat anymore and then say fucking never mind.
Insurance companies only cover the medication for diabetes, not for weight loss. So if you can't afford them, you're just kind of out of luck.
Doctor, please. I've been fat my whole life. I hate how I look. Please, there has to be something you can do.
All right. I'm gonna write you a prescription for Lizzo.
Lizzo?
She's a really good singer who talks about body positivity and just being happy with the way you look. I want you to listen to Lizzo 5 times a day and watch her videos just before bedtime. Oh, and I'm afraid you'll have to be on Lizzo for the rest of your life.
No! Lizzo, no!
Okay, so there's the first mention of Lizzo, and we also have a mention of body positivity, which I'm honestly kind of surprised she didn't react to that. And to me, all the signs are pointing to the notion she didn't actually watch the whole episode, let alone got any context about what she actually just watched. So let's check out the next clip. So to preface, this is after Cartman has been denied his prescription through his insurance company, and he's really distraught that he can't get his medication, and he's talking to his friends about it.
No, they said the insurance won't pay for it because, they're kind of new drugs, and so the only people that can get them are people who can pay $1,200 a month, and the rest of us get this. What's this? It's a prescription for Lizzo. Rich people get Ozempic, poor people get body positivity. They can't.
Yeah, so there we go. Another mention of Lizzo and another mention of body positivity. And it seems like they're using Lizzo as a synonym for body positivity. So I wonder if she actually picked up on that from the clip that she watched. But let's check out the next clip.
Now obesity drugs are making people less cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Ain't that right, Sonny? We're talking a 60% hit to the business. These obesity drugs are an attack on all of us. Even you, Captain Crunch. The drugs are moving in on our turf. We'll all be in trouble soon.
Okay, I have to admit, the way they set up this scene is glorious. I absolutely love the way they have this all set up. And as a child of the 80s and 90s, seeing all these serial characters definitely brings up the nostalgia for me.
Trix Rabbit, Tony La Tigre, and Sugar Bear. We're only losing all the rich people. We'll be fine as long as lower income people keep taking Lizzo. Lizzo, yeah. Lizzo.
Okay, Tony La Tigre, that takes me out every time. And now we have another mention of Lizzo, so let's see what direction they take this one.
Lizzo, yeah. Lizzo, that's right. Lizzo. We can't just keep pushing body positivity on people because there's a new threat.
So I'm not sure if they're trying to make that link or not, but it does make you wonder. Does big food support body positivity? And again, they're using Lizzo as a synonym for body positivity. So let's go ahead and move on to the next clip and see what else they have to say about Lizzo and body positivity. So at this point of the episode, the boys in South Park have started their own compounding pharmacy so they can make semi-glutides for Cartman. And they're getting their precursor chemicals from overseas. So now the sugar industry has shown up. And of course, they're going to have something to say about it. And this next one, I am going to react to the beginning of it without putting it on screen. Well, you'll understand why here in a second. Okay, we got Sugar Bear pulling up in an unmarked van.
This is the place.
Captain Crunch walking in with a guitar case. And Massacre. Everyone. Ooh.
Only one drug is king in America, and that drug is sugar.
Only one drug in America is king, and that drug is sugar. I mean, we could also throw caffeine and alcohol and plenty other legal substances in there as well. But sugar? Oh yeah, we'll sell that to everyone, including kids. Okay, but let's see what else they have to say about Lizzo.
It's okay, you're just experiencing some side effects from your medication.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all right, Mrs. Marsh. We've been seeing a lot of this lately with people taking Lizzo. Now, are you mostly defecating out your anus or out your ears?
My ears.
That was one of the side effects.
Yep, all right, let's take a look. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay. Well, that confirms it, Mrs. Marsh. I'm afraid with all the Lizzo you've been taking, you've given yourself diabetes.
What? I have diabetes?
Diabetes. It's a mild form of diabetes that occurs mostly in the ears.
So there we go, the last mention of Lizzo in the episode. So much more than she did react to, and I have to believe that that's on purpose. It looks like she tried to react to the clip that was going to show her in the best light so she could tell everyone that she doesn't give up and that she's that. and trying to gas herself up. Which, hey, I got no problem with when you're being roasted. But I definitely did notice that it seemed like she picked the clip that showed her in the best light. And I have to admit, I feel like she's using it in part to try to get some good press out there. Let us not forget the lawsuits filed last year and the allegations made against her. If you're unfamiliar, I'm not going to go into it in this video, but I would definitely recommend a Google search, and only if you have a strong stomach. So I truly do believe she's trying to use this as a way to get good publicity, just like I feel like she might be using her weight loss as a way to deflect from the allegations against her. But maybe that's just me. Let me know down below. But maybe that's just me. Let me know down below. What do you think about that? And now let's move on to our bonus clip from our friend of the channel, FatFabFeminist, who also had some thoughts on the South Park episode.
Why am I getting ads for a South Park Ozempic episode? I am about to turn into a supervillain. Maybe the fat villain trope was right, because I'm about to be so evil. I'm gonna be a villain, and my first heist is gonna be to go to the Ozempic warehouse, steal it all, so that no one can have any, and we could shut up about it. Because
Wow, okay, so I think it's very safe to say that she did not watch this episode, because clearly she's not happy that they're advertising it to her, but also that joke that she just made. And yes, I'm aware that she was joking when she said that, but I know that when she said that as a joke, she's clearly trying to make it something so absurd that people would laugh at, right? Except she literally nailed one of the plot points. So let's see what the media reported on in the news after Big Sugar took out that company.
One of the largest manufacturers of semaglutide was attacked today by body positivity activists. Our own Bill Norman has more. Tom, the advocates for body positivity broke into this obesity medicine facility and opened fire on everyone inside. The terrorists claim that obesity is not a disease and that every body is beautiful, as they then burn the factory to the ground. The identity of the attackers is still unknown, but one member of the militant group sent this anonymous message.
So there's that, as well as the group of fit moms in the episode who literally went around to pharmacies and the compounding pharmacy to steal the Ozempic. So she literally ran right into a plot point. So I'll give her that. So let's see what else she's upset about.
because my last straw was seeing Guy Fieri skinny on my Twitter today. Enough.
And now we've circled back around to fat activists being upset that other people are losing weight. I mean, we got Guy Fieri out here catching strays when the man is a national treasure. So no, I will not tolerate the Guy Fieri slander. And this is definitely not the first time that people in fat activism or body positivity are upset that other people are losing weight. We've just had a whole host of them get upset that other influencers are losing weight. We've seen how they reacted to Adele, Rebel Wilson, now Guy Fieri. I wonder when Lizzo will lose enough weight that she is no longer their savior. Because I see how they eventually turn on everyone who loses weight. They'll tell you it's not about the weight, but it always is. So let me know down in the comments below. Did you watch the South Park episode? And what were your thoughts on it? And what do you think about Lizzo's reaction as well as FatFabFeminist's reaction to the advertisement? Let me know down below. I love reading all of your comments. That is where we will leave things today. I thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you all in the next one. Bye! Hi, beautiful. Can we see her pretty eyes? She's my doll, baby. This is my Velcro kitty, and she's just a sweetie pie. Bye!